Hi, this is Jeremy and Caitlin here at the Ark Encounter. And if you look behind us, you will see the Ark in the background. We are located behind the Ark at Ararat Ridge Zoo. We're going to give you a little perspective of what the zoo looks like, and then we'll go back and kind of look at the external of the Ark and Samzar's kitchen, kind of give you a feel for just what's here. And over here, this is the area where they have camel and donkey rides. Children and adults can ride it. It's pretty fun, particularly when you consider this is really the only place where you're going to have camel and donkey rides with the Ark in the background. That's pretty significant. You can get great picture opportunities with that in mind. And we actually just got done going on the zip lines. We were live streaming. Some of the cameras may have not been as efficient as we would like because we're wearing the cameras on our helmets and getting bumped around, but it was still fun, and I encourage you to watch those. In addition, I was actually wearing a 360-degree camera on my head, and that was interesting as well. We're going to process the video, and we will put the 360-degree footage of the zip lines at the Ark on Facebook as long as Facebook allows the video to be uploaded, and also on YouTube. So we will let you know when that's done, so you can actually get a 360-degree angle of the zip lines. You can kind of look wherever you want to. You can see the Ark in the background of the zip lines. I mean, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it'd be super cool.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's gorgeous scenery. So
sure.
Yep.
So anyway, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. I'm sure you don't want to see my face, but you actually want to see what's going on here at the zoo. By the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment on those, and we'll answer them here today as well. So, Caitlin, have you ever seen a kangaroo before coming here?
Not that I can recall.
So this was probably the first time, not today, but when you've been here before, probably the first time when you've seen kangaroos. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been to Cincinnati Zoo, but I can't remember if I saw kangaroos there or not.
No, they don't have kangaroos at Cincinnati Zoo, so
this is one of a kind then here locally.
Definitely. And then they do have some wallabies at the Creation Museum petting zoo. And what we have here, it is more than petting zoo. They actually do have a petting zoo here at Ararat Ridge Zoo, but this is an actual zoo where they have animals that you can see, but they also have a petting zoo where you can go and pet the animals. At the petting zoo at the Creation Museum, it is a petting zoo where you can be interactive with the animals just as you can here, but they just have a little more here. They have various animals that we're going to see today. Up here is our llamas and alpacas.
They're enjoying the sunshine.
If you want to see the kangaroos, and probably other animals as well, when they're the most active, it's usually better like early in the morning or late in the evening. During the day when it's warm, particularly kind of like on a nice full day like this or in summer or whatnot, they like to rest and relax and conserve their energy, and then they're very active in the morning and evening. And then throughout the day too, I know they provide various enrichment opportunities for the animals, whether it be kind of those ice blocks with vegetables or fruit in them, and all those various things. We've done various live streams with that, haven't we, Caitlin?
Yes. Yep, and you mentioned the wallabies at the Creation Museum petting zoo. They do animal encounters there too, sometimes, where you can interact with the animals at the Creation Museum. So that's cool.
Now, I noticed that you're wearing a shirt that has a dinosaur on it and it says Raptor Run.
Oh, isn't it cool?
What is that?
Yeah. So the Raptor Run is an annual 5K at the Creation Museum. This is the t-shirt that I got for running last year. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's coming up here on October 15th. The sun's really bright here. It's coming up on October 15th. And if you register for the 5K, you can get a t-shirt too and a voucher for admission to the Creation Museum, which is really cool. That you can not only run, but then go inside the museum and check that out, and also see the petting zoo there. So
you can run, or you can just casually walk.
Yep.
Or, I mean, you could do anything in between. but come to the Raptor Run at the Creation Museum, and you get a shirt. You get access to the museum. Is that what you said?
Yes, a voucher for admission to the museum.
You get access to the museum. So, I mean, it's all built in. And then go do the zip lines at the museum, go see the petting zoo, go through the botanical gardens, and then come over here at the Ark Encounter where you can do the zip lines over again. The zip lines at the museum, you're going through the forest. Then the zip lines here at the Ark, you're kind of on top of the forest. Two entirely different perspectives.
Yeah.
We were actually, like I said, we were there at the zip lines today. And the full colors are already starting to come in. It's very beautiful. It's
Yeah.
going to get even more beautiful as the colors become more vibrant.
Yeah. The lines here are longer and higher than at the Creation Museum, so kind of more panoramic view of the
Sure.
valleys underneath. It's really gorgeous. So we're coming up on our zebras here. We have 2 plain zebras here at the Ararat Ridge Zoo.
Also, I failed to mention the website where you can find out more information about the Raptor Run. If you go to creationmuseum.org, and they have an events page where you can find all things about the Raptor Run, and you can also search Raptor Run on the creationmuseum.org website, and it'll bring up that event page as well. So you can find out more information about that there. You can find out the zip lines, the botanical gardens, all those things. And here we have the zebras, which is located right next to the ostriches that we'll see soon. And they also have signs here where it gives more information about the animal. And I can guarantee you that there will be no evolutionary or millions of years content on here. You're going to get biblical truth, and it's going to be consistent with what the Bible says.
Well, the ostriches are pretty new here to Ararat Ridge Zoo, is that right?
Yeah, they are pretty new. They're just getting acclimatized to their new environment, I'm sure. And they seem to have taken to their new environment rather well, just sitting there watching us. They seem to be very interactive, because when I first came up here the other day, I mean, they came right up and just started wanting to give us a nice kiss, I think.
Looks like it. Yeah, they're funny.
So if any of you have any questions, feel free to comment, and we will answer those here in the video. We're going to still go tour through the rest of the zoo, and then we'll also see the Ark and get a good look at what that looks like here. I'm not even sure what time it is.
A leaf.
Yep, leaves are starting to fall. There, I see one right there on the ground.
A nice crunchy one. Fun to see.
Now, depending on what time of day you come, you can see the yaks right up here eating on the hay. Right now, it's more in the middle of the day, so the yaks are back behind, getting some rest in the shade. They like to rest in that big area back there. But I was just here the other day, and they were right up front here eating, and when I came up to them, they looked at me, and I believe one of them said, "Yo." But
Or he was just yakking his head off, huh?
yeah, there you go. Yep. That joke never gets old.
No.
All right, let's keep going. And then, yeah, they have signs for the Tibetan yak here too, so you can learn more about that. Not only do we have ostriches here, but what else do we have here that we're about to see that
Yeah.
look like ostriches?
Yeah, we're about to see some emus. Yep.
So I had an interesting experience when we went with one of the zookeepers to go see the emus inside their cage.
You're wearing them today.
Yes, I am wearing blue shoes, and apparently the emus really like vibrant colors. So when I was wearing blue shoes, they wanted to interact with my shoes and kind of inspect them. So that was pretty fun, and that was actually on the live stream. So if you come to want to see the emus, and perhaps make them want to be a little more interested in you. Wear vibrant colors. Not only on your shoes, wear a vibrant color shirt, and maybe they'll come up to the fence even more. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here.
Jeremy, we had a question from Kathy about when we close for the season and what about the animals in cold weather?
Well, right when we close for the season, with the zoo?
Yes. Yeah, I guess the zoo or maybe Ark Encounter.
Well, the Ark Encounter is going to be open throughout the entirety of the winter. Now, we'll be closed for Christmas Day, and we have any more like closings that would be listed on the website, but we're pretty much open with the exception of Christmas Day, probably Thanksgiving as well. And you can see the zoo as well. They're going to have them set up so they'll be warm and comfortable here at the zoo. So the only thing that you'll need to make sure before you come is to check the hours, because the hours might vary. Right now we're open till 8 o'clock at night, but once we become into November and all that, that is subject to change. So that's the one thing that you want to be aware of is the hours. But you can still see the animals here, and I don't believe that they're necessarily going to close. It's just on the day that you come, certain things might not be available, like perhaps the petting zoo might not be available on certain days. So yeah, that's the information about that. And go ahead and feel free to ask more questions as you're watching. I tell you what, I really love coming here, and I also like going up to the Cincinnati Zoo as well. I really find them very complimentary. They have different things, different experiences. You know, here you have the Ark, for example, and then possibly a few various animals as well. But I mean, if you're coming in the area for the first time, I'd recommend coming to the Ark Encounter, obviously, and the Creation Museum, and also checking out the Cincinnati Zoo, because they have a lot of interesting animals there, and it's pretty fun.
There's really a lot to do in the area if you're coming in from somewhere else. If you've never been in this area, there's quite a bit. Obviously, Creation Museum and Ark Encounter, but it's a nice area to visit.
Sure. I mean, they have the amusement park, Kings Island.
Mm-hmm. And the Newport Aquarium.
Newport Aquarium, that too. So this is the petting zoo.
Jeremy. Nicole asked how much it is I assume, to visit Ark Encounter.
Well, I encourage you to go to arkencounter.com and click on ticket options. They have all the information about pricing there. And be aware that the camel and donkey rides and also the zip lines are an additional cost. So you want to check that out as well in case you're interested in that. And then they also have combo tickets that we encourage you to take advantage of, because if you go to the Ark Encounter, you almost want to go to the museum as well, and you save that way.
She also asked if these are goats, and yes, they are goats.
They have some little ones, bigger ones.
And you can interact with these guys when you come visit.
Yeah, this is fun for the little kids.
You're welcome, Nicole.
How about we go check out the Ark? We'll also show you Fossil Find Sluice. I believe it is closed for the season, but if you're planning a vacation for next year, you also want to consider doing the Fossil Find Sluice. At the Creation Museum, they have a sluice to find certain rocks, various pretty rocks. What would you call them?
For the sluice?
Yeah, the sluice at the Creation Museum.
Gemstones.
Gemstones, yeah. So, but here, they have a sluice that you can find fossils and stuff. They give you a bag of dirt, and that might seem uninteresting in and of itself, but you buy the bag of dirt, and then you go up here to the sluice. Oh, there you go. Look, the kangaroo is standing up, and it was kind of standing up higher. Then it saw us. Then it stood still.
He might He might move again. Looks
Oh,
good.
there you go.
Close.
Hop in. Oh, one hop.
There's a butterfly in there. You see it?
I don't think they eat butterflies.
No.
Maybe they're just playing.
We had someone ask for a view of the Ark. Well, keep an eye out here. It's
We're
coming
going to
up
see the view
right
of the
there.
Ark. Yep. We're going to see miniature donkeys, I believe. And then we're going to see the fossil find here too, and we're going to see the Ark. So you can see the Ark in the background, and this is from the back. When you see it in the front, I mean, that's your picture opportunity there. There are various angles that you can get great picture opportunities, and I'll show you some of them here today too, as long as my battery holds out in the camera, that is. On the left right here, you will see the fossil find. This is where you take your bag of dirt that you buy and you kind of sift through the dirt and you find all these interesting fossils. It's very fun for the kids. They enjoy finding that. And they have something similar at the Creation Museum where you can find various gemstones. So that's a pretty fun opportunity for the kids. And adults alike. So you're coming up here to the Ark. And on the right of the Ark, as you're viewing in the camera, there's Emzara's kitchen. It's a very beautiful building. It's 2 levels where you can go and buy your food, and you can sit on the outside or in the inside, depending if it's cold or not, or whatever you prefer. And you can view the Ark while you're eating. So that's rather enjoyable. And there's all sorts of various picture opportunities that you can take when you're doing selfies or when you're taking pictures of your family or friends. Or
We had another question from Kathy if the restrooms here are portable. There are portable restrooms here outside, but we also have just your average restrooms inside Emzara's kitchen, the Ark, for your convenience.
Yeah, there's restrooms on each level of the Ark, and there's also restrooms on the outside. And then they also have various benches throughout, outside and inside the Ark, so you can take a rest. And they even have some snacks that you can buy in the inside of the Ark. I believe that is on level 1. So yeah, that's good too, in case you or your family get hungry, while you're inside the Ark, so you don't actually have to go outside the Ark again. But you can always go back inside the Ark if you need to go out, and then you can go back in and continue touring through the Ark. So this is one end of the Ark, and this is a fun picture to take. And this is Emzara's kitchen. That's located right next to the Ark. So you can eat your lunch here, or whatever time really, and view the Ark while you're sitting there.
Really good food, by the way.
Really good food. And in addition to that, they also have an exhibit in the kitchen itself. Let's actually, if the doors are open, let's go ahead and check out what they have in there. They have all sorts of cool, unique animals to view here. Let's go check it out. Our camera person to go through here. So as you're eating, I mean, you can eat on the outside and view the Ark, but you can also eat on the inside and see all these cool animals. This taxidermy that they have done here, it's at a high level. I mean, it's top notch. It's not that they didn't cut any corners here. It's a quality professional exhibit that you would see anywhere in the world, and it's kind of what the world looks like, post fall, around the time of the ark.
So, speaking of these taxidermy forms, we had another question from Kathy about animal sculptures or live animals on the ark, inside the ark itself. We have animal sculptures inside the ark, live animals in the zoo and the petting zoo.
Yeah, there's no live animals in the ark, but they do have sculptured animals and very, very lifelike, very well done, and give you a general idea what the animal forms would have looked like. All right, well, that's cool. Let's go check out the ark a little more and give you an outside perspective of what that looks like. So, Caitlin, how many Noah's Arks have you seen in your lifetime?
Let me think about that for a second. Just this one.
I tell you what, it's pretty unique, that's for sure.
Yes. It's massive.
This is...
Sorry, I was just going to say, really cool when you're on the shuttle bus and you come around that corner and you catch your first glimpse at the ark.
Oh, yeah.
That pretty much, it's amazing.
So at this angle, this is one of the angles that I really encourage you to take a picture from. It's kind of cool just seeing it from this angle, particularly when you see it right in the front. So like right here is where I'd say take a picture with your family. This is a lot of the picture opportunities that they like to take. This is right here. And then if you come around this corner here a little bit, you can begin to see the ramp from the door. And you can kind of see the ark long ways. And you can get a perspective of how long it is too. And when you're so close to the ark, as you take your pictures, it begins to give you just a little hint as to the size of the ark. You can't even fit it in your camera unless you back up. So that's a pretty cool perspective too. And you really can't get an idea of the size until you're here in person. I saw it in pictures until I came. It was pretty amazing. So this is another one of the picture opportunities that I would encourage you to take. You can just kind of begin to get an idea of the length of the ark and just from this perspective. And then, of course, when you're in front of the ark too, kind of getting the big broad picture. We post many pictures of those on our Facebook page. That's another opportunity. Then if you go on the other end of the ark, that's a cool opportunity as well. And then on the other end of the ark, we also have the 12 stones, as in the biblical account, when the Israelites set those 12 stones up as a reminder for what God has done for them. We set 12 stones up as a reminder for what God has done for us. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool reminder too.
So Jeremy, what's this entrance right over here underneath?
Yes, this entrance is where people will come out of the ark. Now, you go through a gift shop as you come out of the ark, because as with all attractions, you can't have that. But seriously though, we actually have biblical resources that you can go through after you go through the ark. I want to learn more about the ark. Well, we have resources for you to help you learn more about the ark and get some biblical truth. And we also have like a free, no, what do they call it?
Fair trade.
Fair trade, yeah. What is that, Caitlin?
Fair trade items. Fair trade items, your purchase of those items benefit impoverished peoples around the world, actually. So the thing that you choose, your souvenir to take home with you from the ark, not only means something to you, but goes to helping other people around the world.
And I tell you what, out of all the gift shops I've ever seen, the fair trade items, they're some of the most unique items in the world.
There's a wide variety of ministries, and yeah, it's really cool.
They're really cool items. It's very unique, well made. We have some pictures of it, but I definitely encourage you. That's an exhibit in and of itself. Just see all the items that you see, and then you can actually take part of it with you, and you can buy it. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I could keep talking about the ark forever, but I encourage you to come. I encourage you to find out more information on arkencounter.com. And you can find ticket prices, you can find all the information about that and all the opportunities that we have for you here. We don't just have the Ark, we have many opportunities for you here, and then at the museum, Creation Museum as well. creationmuseum.org for that, and arkencounter.com.
And sign up for the Raptor Run. Come join us on October 15th for our annual 5K.
And that's at the creationmuseum.org. You can find more information about that. Thank you again.